Now, while we've been talking about the mainstream media's failure to follow up on this huge story of free speech and me being banned from England, one of the people who actually is following my story is Rich Big Vinny Lieberman from the left-leaning SF Gate. He joins us now to talk about why he is following my story. Rich Lieberman, welcome to the Savage Nation.
Well, thanks for having me on, Michael. It's a pleasure to talk to you.
Why did you want to write about my being banned from Britain?
Well, I just think that one of the religions that I find to be ingrained is that no matter what side of the aisle you're on, I believe you have a right to say it. You know, as a Jew, I remember the horrific things taking place in Skokie, and as much as I detested the Nazi Party, as much as I think they're a bunch of freaks, as much as I detest any form of racism and out-and-out bigotry, I say the right to freedom of speech, once we start clamping down on that, then we set ourselves up for something far more sinister down the road. And I don't want to be in that arena. I don't want to be a part of that essence. I think the essence of democracy is to let people, even as nutso as Nazis and Islamo-fascists and everybody's got a right, as long as you don't overtake that right. I think everybody has a right to talk. One of the things I like about you, Michael, is the fact that, first off, you make me laugh. I think part of the problem out there, not the real problem, but there are a lot of people out there who say a lot, they do a lot, and then they really don't do anything. And I think your show, it kind of transcends all those other imitators. I listen to a guy like Hannity, who is kind of, in the whole context of everything, irrelevant. He doesn't have the passion that you have. He has passion, but his show is boring. It's the same mail-it-in show every day. O'Reilly, although he begrudgingly supported you, most of his stuff, again, is fairly predictable, and every time he has on that idiot Bernard Goldberg, it makes me yawn. Same thing with the Levins of the world and all these other people. I know there were some folks that came out and supported you. I listen to you. I think you're funny. I think that you provide a very funny element to a side, frankly, that I don't always agree with. And some of your politics I don't always agree with, but you make it entertaining to listen to. And when it involves something like free speech and what the United Kingdom has apparently still has you on that ban list, it's outrageous. And for these other so-called people who wrap themselves around the flag and make it appear as if that they're trying to defend you, they haven't said a word. It's absolutely hypocritical. Where are these people? If not for a guy like you, then a lot of these guys wouldn't even have shows. And so they, to me, on the one hand, come out and stridently for freedom of speech and this and that, but were very, very silent when it involved you. You, frankly, are not the issue. It's what you represent, your ideas, and it's the freedom of speech is the issue here. So I think it's tremendously hypocritical that these people have not come out and supported you. It speaks volumes. It really does.
Just for the record, you have been getting hate mail simply for writing about me?
I have, and I'm not coming out to ask for any kind of sympathy. Look, you write, some things are not going to be very popular. And if doing something or broadcasting or writing, if you're looking to get friends, then you're just simply a lackey. So, yes, there are issues that you take that the far left. I'm not really on the far left. I'm not on the far right. I've become more conservative because this world, I understand now that this world is not the kind world that we all think it is. It's not just since 9/11. We have a whole pedigree of individuals and groups that don't like our lifestyle, don't like the way we live. And so, yes, having listened to you and having heard your opinions, some of which I've disagreed with quite passionately, I do think that your forum is very healthy for the dialogue, for the debate. And, yes, I came out and supported you. That doesn't mean I support everything you say. But in doing so, I received a ton of hate mail and email and venomous, particularly from individuals on the left and the right, I may add, but mostly on the left. I mean, like I said earlier, the heart and soul of democracy, and the essence of it is resistance and being able to agree to disagree. You know, maybe I'm naive. Maybe I just woke up yesterday. But for God's sakes, I mean, let's respect the other side. And if we agree vehemently with the other side, okay, talk about it, write about it. You know, pen a letter, write an email. You know, get active, go out there and do something. So, yeah, I expected it. I didn't expect the kind of voluminous amount of email that I got. A lot of it was hate. So it's given me repause. It's given me a chance to think about how some people on the left, you know, they can dish it out, but they can't take it. I'm very disgusted with that, quite frankly.
Where do you think this is going to go?
Well, apparently this story still has legs. You know, I mean, as long as the United Kingdom still has you on that list, however artificially it is, I believe that you know, this is not going to go away anytime soon. And I listen to you and know that you are still quite not ready to celebrate. But it'll be interesting to see as the events go on when and if you come off that list. And I know that I believe you when I heard you saying that people were thinking you were doing this for publicity and so forth. And many people still believe that. And I happen to think you have not done that. I think your ratings were pretty good beforehand. And that's my business. I read all the trade papers. I know what ratings are about. I know who listens to whom and so forth. So I don't believe you're doing it for notoriety or for publicity. I believe deep in my heart of hearts, for whatever reason, what you have stated and how this has put you in sort of a bad light. So I guess we won't know what takes place in the future, but I imagine eventually you're going to get off that list, and then we'll react as we do.
Rich, where can we find your articles?
Well, Michael, I'm on sfgate.com. That's sfgate.com, and all they have to do is type in either Rich Lieberman or Big Vinny, and they will find my link. I also do a lot of other things, but mostly confined to politics and assortment of potpourri.
Rich Lieberman, thanks for standing up for truth and for being a decent liberal. Thanks for being on the Savage